You know, I've never done an escape room.
Neither have I, actually.
So we're the target audience for this episode.
Is that...
It looks like it's an escape room episode, and I'm excited. Like, I've heard about them, and I've heard people talk about them, and I'm not great at puzzles and riddles, so I feel like I would be one of those people that escape room employees tell stories about.
Yeah,
like, they were stuck in this room for an hour! Not the this person misbehaved, got drunk, and threw something stories that they tell about escape rooms, but like, the solution was literally in front of them. What are they doing? Like, that would be me in an escape room.
So, complete sidebar. I was scrolling through Twitter this morning and somebody posted an escape room story that they saw on Reddit. And it was this person who was talking about how, like, you know, they were monitoring and they were watching this one group try to figure out the puzzle. Well, two people in the group walk over to the bed.
I read this.
And then they got into the bed, took a nap. Like, legit, just took a nap. And then when the puzzle was solved, or when time was up, whatever, whenever it was time for them to leave the room, they got back up, made the bed, and then put two skeletons, like two of the prop skeletons, into the bed and like tucked them in.
I saw that. That's...
It's just like, that is perfect. That's so cute. I would not in any way be able to contribute to the puzzle solving aspects of an escape room, but I feel like I could contribute in a way like that.
Yeah. I did see one a while ago. It was like, well, what's the dumbest thing people have done in an escape room? Well, we have a rule where if you throw it, we take it away. Because that's dangerous.
Yeah.
And we tell you, don't throw things. Well, these people get in the escape room, a couple members of their party are being rowdy, one of them picks up a key and throws it, so we take it away. Well, that was the key that they needed to move on. So it's just like...
So party's over.
You did this to yourself. Like, you hate to see it. It's the other thing I worry about. You don't get the right number of people in a group, so they pair you up with randos. God help you. That only works in laser tag.
There's also a horror movie called Escape Room, which I have not seen yet, but I hear it's just absolutely bananas. And so
I've heard it's not great.
I've heard that too.
Like, even just in terms of setting up the puzzles, it's like, these are movie puzzles. These would never actually work. And the conceit of it, it's like setting up a mystery where the audience would never be able to solve it without, well, that's not really a mystery, is it?
Well, what's funny about turning the premise of an escape room into a horror movie is like, yeah, I've seen that movie. It's called Saw, which I'm pretty sure is what inspired the whole escape room thing to begin with.
Saw is a violent escape room with no escape contract. Yeah. Well, no waiver.
And just looking at the title of this episode, it's called Panicked Room. If you haven't seen the movie called Panic Room, starring Jodie Foster, it's surprisingly funny. I've heard it's thoroughly entertaining.
I've heard it's really good. Yeah.
I haven't seen it since the first time I saw it, but I remember being very entertained, and I remember it being surprisingly funny. And yeah, I don't know if it holds up, but I remember having a really good time watching it.
Watch Panic Room. Don't watch Escape Room. I think we should watch this episode.
I think we should too. But first,
before we get started, as always, me. No. This video and this channel are...
Sing it!
I refuse! Does this look like an improv game to you?
No.
No, and...
Fine.
This video and this channel are sponsored by Fred's BS, Breads and Spreads by Fred. He's doing cookies right now. They are called Brown Sugar Buddies. They are like a cross between a spice cookie and a molasses cookie and a ginger snap. They are chewy and they are wonderful. And they're really good to just like treat yourself when you really need it. Like now. In the middle of the Game Grumps have been calling it the Backstreet Boys tour.
Oh my god.
Which has been my favorite thing.
Oh my god.
They're not saying coronavirus in their video, they're calling it the Backstreet Boys tour, which I love, and also feel like that's a reference that just is gonna over anyone's head if I ever try to make it. They're gonna be like, why are the Backstreet Boys touring? They're not. This is the joke. Anyway, he's making cookies during the Backstreet Boys tour, and you should treat yourself because it turns out the Backstreet Boys tour is very difficult right now. So, yes, go to fredhebakes.com, 3 words, fredhebakes.com. Order some cookies. He makes them fresh. They're never frozen. He makes them in small batches to preserve those wonderful flavors. You cannot find them in stores, only on that website. He was doing local pickup before the Backstreet Boys tour, but...
Stop calling it that!
It might just be shipping only now. You need to talk to him about that, but yes. FredHeBakes.com. Use coupon code Kia Cookies for 20% off your entire order. Treat yourself. You deserve it.
Cookies for you, cookies for me, cookies for your jam buds.
Cookies for your local healthcare workers. Treat them too.
Yes.
They deserve it.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Season 4, episode 16. Panicked Room. I'm in. I turned the volume off. I need to turn that back on. Click. Come on. Work with me.
Honey, I'm home! Oh, that never gets old. So glad I had that installed.
Oh my god.
The mansion? Cyber warfare for imbeciles and dummies.
Is this Saw? I swear to God, if I'm in a Saw!
I hope you had your tea and crumpets this morning because you've got a long, arduous tube ride ahead. Mother Britannia is in trouble and needs your help.
That's Miles.
Oh, I completely forgot about the Couch to Escape Room initiative. Let me out, David!
My apologies, sir. The only path out is through a channel of your own wits.
Penelope?
What are you doing here? You never come here.
This is my home. What are you doing here?
Checking my mail. I've been gouging your wine cellar for 7 years.
Hey, that was just getting juicy. Gwen, everyone knows Mr. Campbell and Miss Chris have a mysterious rivalry, the details of which they've never spoken about.
If they've never spoken about it, then
Oh, I'm torn, Gwen. Do we let them out at the risk of desecrating the purity of the escape room?
That's a good question. Why don't you go think on that?
Yes! Queen!
How have you been?
If I'm in a song, I swear to God.
The fact that we were just talking about Saw.
You can't mention escape rooms without bringing it up. Come on. Because, like, they're built on the premise of, is this a Saw scenario?
I mean, there was a Legend of Zelda escape room for a while.
I'm so sad we didn't get to go.
Yeah, that's
Those
nice.
spots filled up like that. Ugh, my heart.
There's an escape room, like, house near here.
A murder house, you say?
No, it's a house they've converted into an escape room. They're running a business.
Stuck in here with you?
Is it still open?
Not right now.
I was gonna say, what are you talking about?
Told
Just
you
that it
time and
exists.
time
I've
again,
driven by
is
it.
a nose porn. A norm.
who builds an escape room at a summer camp for children?
No one asked you to come here. This is my house.
Well, at one point it was supposed to be our house before you ghosted me.
Not now. Look, I did not ghost you.
Right. A break. A 17-year break. Gotcha.
Why aren't we focusing on the fact that we are going to die our deaths in here? Your permanently surprised expression is going to be the last thing my glittering Danube eyeballs gaze upon.
They're barely blue. Don't jazz it up.
A puzzle set up by David couldn't be too hard to solve, right? Maybe? I don't know.
Worth a shot.
A 9-letter word.
Computer, this is adminusercam.com at AOL.com. Override system. Override system, computer. Computer,
There is no computer!
play funk music, computer. I give up.
Oh, of course he gives up. Maybe you need a break to figure some shit out.
I feel as though you're mocking me.
Computer plus funk music. Look, I hate this as much as you do, but the only way we're getting out is to play the stupid game. It can't be that difficult. After all, I have a bachelor's degree.
What was that? 4 minutes before she mentioned her degree? Ah, a new record!
Everything in here's connected.
Bet I can solve it before you do.
It isn't a pissing contest.
Isn't a prissing contest either. Hey, that was good!
No, it wasn't.
Not bad. What do a badger, iguana, deer, and a hawk have in common?
Got it.
What
Hogwarts
is it?
Not
houses.
telling.
You don't know.
Totally do.
Okay, then solve it.
Wouldn't be fair if I didn't give you a chance.
You're exhausting.
Damn!
I like to drink when I think.
You like to drink all the time, sweetie.
Put the wine down.
Oh, here we go. Have you know I am in complete control.
Boom! A 4-digit code.
I got it. The first letter of the animal's name. B-I-D-H.
It's a numerical code. Noom, meaning numbers.
It's an alphanumeric puzzle. B is 2, I 8, D 4, H 7. Yes!
I is
Take it
not
from here,
8.
Pen. Artonix calaris, Zyclera harlan, Capreolus capreolus, Accipiter melanoclamis. 1331. I win! I never stopped believing in myself! Good idea. You take a load off while I gobble down these clues and defecate excellence.
My hero.
Oh dear.
Always had trouble finding the right hole, didn't you?
Yep. Alright. Gwen. Gwen.
Sorry, I had a liter of rosé and suffer from labyrinthitis.
Flooring's a tad uneven.
Labyrinthitis?
Vertigo.
I must admit, I am...
It's roaring in Morse code.
Would you say that you're bewildered?
Huh? Game recognized game. That's Earl. Got into the pudding cup.
They are
out of
oddly
the mess
perfect
hall.
for each
I
other.
was gonna have to put him down, but
Equal
the
levels of
pudding
terrible.
killed him first.
I got it! It's Morse code! C-A-M-P-E.
A call and response. Can't be deep. And you still speak perfect Kodiak.
Can't be
Some kind of
you.
two-way mirror.
Well, I'll be a leaky...
I completely take it back. He created an impossible to solve escape room.
What didn't work before that we can try again in a new way?
David would
Could
assume.
try and communicate instead of bottling up your emotions.
I was talking
David
about
would
the
assume
puzzle.
that any
I
good camper could
was
solve
too.
this.
Good. I'm done playing all these Philosopher's Stone mind games like a beta boy. It's time for some elbow grease. The ventilation shaft, our escape. My lats are way too young to fit through, but I think if you sucked in, you could just fit.
Sucked in?
I'm having to suck it in too. Ah!
So much wasted time. A date!
My day calendar.
This is what you're into?
No, it came in a boat show swag bag.
1999 to
Veronica
2008.
Pisces, a self-proclaimed goober and a dental hygienist. It's another dead end.
I resent you, David, for being so adept at escape rooms.
And there it is. Quitting time for Quitter Campbell.
I assume you're once again referring to the game?
No, you idiot! My God, are we just never going to talk about this?
Fine, let's talk about it. I left. I was confused. I fell hard for you and I was scared. Everything seemed so vital and it frightened me.
You think you're special? Like I didn't have doubts either? Love is a choice, dillhole. You either choose to make an effort or choose to disappear to Thailand. I was ready to give you everything.
But I didn't know if I wanted anything.
Then you should have told me that so I could move on. Instead, you ghosted me and left me thinking I wasn't good enough. You broke my heart.
Oh,
And I
sweetie.
haven't been the same since. You're a coward.
Oh.
How have I never seen this photo?
What photo?
I'm sure you don't remember this. You took me glamping, which was basically just regular camping with an air mattress. That typhoon rolled in.
We hunkered down in the tent, drinking wine, punishing that mattress with deeds illegal in all 5 unincorporated U.S. territories.
I used to take so many adventures.
Puerto Rico.
I do remember. Wait, that's it?
Well, officially it's Puerto Rico, but
It's not a day. It's the year. 1999. 9 letters.
our ill-advised and critically panned limited edition blend. Full-bodied red.
And bear's blood.
Pinot Noir. Penny, you're right. I was a coward. I'm realizing a lot I don't like about myself, and I'm trying to be better. That includes how I treated you. Which is why I'm ready to officially end this break and jump in where we left off.
Oh, wow, you're serious.
Yes, I've
Oh,
had
honey.
time to collect my thoughts.
You expected me to wait 17 years for you
Oh,
to come
boy.
to that conclusion?
It was a break, a pause, an exploration of self. Wait, you haven't seen other men, have you?
100%, absolutely, yes. Have you not?
No! I respected the sanctity of the break. I thought you said you were heartbroken when I left.
This is an extended
I was
Friends
For
reference.
about a month. And then I moved on.
I screwed everything up. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry you did too. I guess we can go now.
We could, or we could catch up over the rest of this Pinot Roar.
And then there's the big one, who's just the worst. To be fair, so was I when I was her age.
Those little girls sound like a handful. So, you meet anyone special in the last 2 decades?
No one worth mentioning. Just some randos. A girl at a Stevie Nicks concert, a bunch of men named some variation of Charles. And you? No one in 17 years?
Yeah.
You're probably out of practice.
Oh no! Why did you bring the children?
They actually murdered each other. It
Too much
would not
paperwork.
be awesome. Wait, I hear something.
Ooh, it could be a I'm gonna ride that mustache into a fine
Swim session, all campers report to the swim bay. I'm trying to get out.
Why did you bring the children, guys?
I would ask it, how does David know that much about Cameron Campbell? But
Of course he does.
that was hysterical.
Ah.
That was hysterical.
Actually made me feel bad for her for a little bit. Ugh,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, it's 2 terrible people. It's two terrible tastes that taste great together. That taste twice as terrible together, but it's this complementary terrible that you can't help but admire.
I respected the sanctity of the break. Oh my god.
I know that we were on a break was a thing, but I never really watched Friends. Like, ever. So my question is, does this change the status quo?
Probably not.
It is
That would be my
headcanon.
guess. That would be my guess. I don't know. Maybe it'll come back around in the finale.
Status quo changers are usually for season finales, yes.
I mean, she made it clear that, like, just because they're hooking up. She made it clear that she didn't want to get back together with him. So, in my opinion, it probably won't. But, yeah, you never know.
I don't know if it's she doesn't want to get back together and more like, no, we're not picking up where we left off. Are you kidding? I've moved on.
Same difference. It would be different if he had approached it like, hey, do you want to give it another go?
Yeah.
As opposed to, okay, I'm calling off the break.
Those are the emotional intelligence of a 3-year-old.
Those are two very different
Oh,
things.
yeah. No, I can see giving it another try happening.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm done with the break. Oh, buddy.
But because he
buddy.
didn't approach it that way, in my opinion, hooking up is not the same as getting back together. That's just
This
me.
is true.
That's just my opinion.
This is true.
But that was hilarious. And I'm sitting here going like, oh, it's probably like deceptively simple escape room puzzles. No! Those were impossible! Those were insane! Like, that's the type of escape room where I'd be like, how... I would just like throw up my hands and give up, honestly.
A bear roaring in Morse code. And the thing is, I can recognize that as Morse code, but I don't...
Even if you could,
listen, read Morse code. But
even if you could decipher it, how are you supposed to respond?
roar. It's oddly enough, it was an escape room tailored specifically to Cameron Campbell.
Yeah.
And you still speak perfect Kodiak. Like, they both have a thing for bears.
They were a cute couple in that picture.
Yeah.
They were a really cute couple. That's really sad.
They're kind of a power couple. They just use their powers for evil. Let's be real.
They would have been had Campbell not been terrible.
I would say that should the getting back together happen, that they're a power couple now.
Yeah.
Just again, using powers for evil.
Yeah.
And I know the whole conceit is that, yeah, he's trying to get better, and honestly, this showed a hell of a lot of progress for him.
Yeah.
Actually. Like, wow.
And it showed too that, like, you know, the only impression that we really get from her most of the time is just that she's drunk,
Yeah.
usually. And so, yeah, it was nice seeing an episode where it's like, no, she's genuinely smart. There's just something broken inside her.
We usually see, like, a cross between Wine Mom and Desperation.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, there's definitely
No, there's
something there.
There's a
She's
human being in there.
Oh, yeah.
Buried under all that inebriation.
This was a good one.
Yeah,
This
was
one
great.
was a lot of fun.
Yeah. That was great.
Yes.
Yes,
it was.
I don't have much else to say other than
Same.
that was great and more of this couple.
Yes, that.
Anyway,
All right.
I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheMenguin. That's TheMenguin. I also have a YouTube channel called Silver Screams where we talk about horror things. We're both members of Rooster Team Radio where we talk about Rooster Teeth content. And I also have a podcast called No Love Lost. It is a Lost retrospective podcast where my co-host Will Link loves Lost and I don't. We talk about it.
And I'm Katie. You can follow me all over the social medias and on Twitch at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. I also have a podcast. I have a podcast. It is called On the Point. It is an Overwatch League podcast. And given that Overwatch League has been cuckoo bananas this season, we have been having a lot of fun talking about it. If you liked all this fun, ridiculous stuff that we do, if you would like to support this channel, we have a Patreon that gets you Rooster Teeth related content early. We have a Ko-fi if you want to throw a couple bucks our way. We have commissions open. We do commissions, not requests. And as always, supporting our sponsor supports us. So head over to fredhebakes.com and use coupon code KIACookies for 20% off your entire order. As always, especially during the Backstreet Boys tour.
Stop calling it that! Don't steal someone else's joke!
It's
Calling
a reference.
If you're going to do referential humor like that, I'm sorry. I'm nixing the Backstreet Boys tour. I demand you come up with your own joke for the coronavirus.
Oh no, I just thought that was funny. Yeah, we are fortunate enough to be able to continue working our day jobs, so if you are unable to financially support, don't. Just take care of yourselves first. It's fine. Other ways to support, and you hear this from everyone, it's the call to action. It's all those nice little buttons down there that you can hit that help our analytics with the YouTube algorithm. It's a thing. It happens. I have an easier time with escape room puzzles than I do with the YouTube algorithm. Let's be completely real here. The algorithm is broken as fuck. But hitting all those nice little buttons, the like, the subscribe, the bell, all that fun stuff, I guess helps our channel. So, hey, that would be a great thing to do. So, hit all those buttons, like, subscribe, ding, wear your mask in public, support your healthcare people, support your essential workers, and take care of yourself. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
I wouldn't know what to do with an escape room. I just don't. It would just be, it's that let me in meme, except it's let me out.
If I somehow accidentally ended up in an escape room situation, I would honestly probably go, guess I'll die.
Yeah, pretty much.